Sun Woo-hai was once a shining child star, adored on screen. But those days are long gone. Now, he leads a quiet life running a flower shop in the city, out shopping with his old friend, who owns a small restaurant. A vehicle blasts through a red light, hitting him hard. The driver tries to flee, but Sun Woo-hai gives chase. He blocks the car and forces it to stop. Out stumbles a drunk man, face red and temper flaring. While the man curses, Woo-hai calls the police, refusing to back down. Justice is served, but afterward, Woo-hai scolds his friend for always being too meek, for never standing up for himself. The friend sees through him, though. He knows Woo-hai didn't chase the car just for justice. He also wanted compensation. Woo-hai smirks, caught in the truth. What he doesn't realize is that this night marks the start of his reunion with his first love. That first love is Sun Ji-yoon, now working as the manager of rising actor Moten. On set, she faces a crisis. A male actor refuses to wear the black costume prepared for him, insisting on a white one that flatters him more. The director and writer are furious. If he ruins the scene, the entire production suffers. Sunja, clever as always, suggests a plan. Have the manager accidentally spill curry on the white outfit. And it works. The actor switches back to black, and the shoot continues smoothly. Later, Sunja visits an older industry senior, asking if Moten could appear on his show. The man agrees, but only if Sunja can also bring along her old classmate, the former child star Sun Woo-hai. If she succeeds, he'll introduce her to a powerful producer named Yu. This puts Sunja in a bind. She hasn't spoken to Woo-hai in years, not since a painful fight in high school when she told him never to admit he knew her again. Hesitating, she scrolls through his social media before mustering the courage to visit his flower shop. When their eyes meet, both freeze. Woo-hai trembles, barely able to steady the flower pot in his hands. Sunja lies, pretending she's just there to buy flowers. As he arranges them, she gently persuades him to appear on the show. Woo flatly refuses. He doesn't want his private life exploited or his past dragged out for nostalgia. Hurt, Sunja asks if he's rejecting her because of the way she treated him back in school. She apologizes for looking down on him then. But to her shock, Woo-hai has no idea what she's talking about. Confused, she leaves with only a cactus, her mission unfulfilled. That night, while looking through her old belongings, Sunja discovers something startling. She connects Woo-hai's pen name, Chun Woo-rong, to the novel she once read. On the flyleaf of one, she finds a message to Sunja from Woo-hai. He had been writing all along. She also remembers gifting him a wishing bracelet years ago. She noticed he was still wearing it. Her heart stirs. The very next day, fate brings them together again at the TV station, where Woo-hai is delivering flowers. When he takes a photo for confirmation, their mutual friend Kim Ju suddenly steps in a frame. Woo-hai casually asks Kim Ju if Sunja had gone abroad like him. Kim reveals her family actually went bankrupt, forcing her to stay behind. Shocked, Woo-hai rushes to find her. He uses the excuse of teaching her how to care for the cactus, drawing watering instructions directly on her palm. When she notices his injured finger, she pulls his hand close and blows on it, just like she used to in high school. Woo-hai blushes, overcome with memories. Sunja, too, is shaken. Their old feelings aren't gone. They've only been buried. Soon, producer Yu enters the picture. At first, he dismisses Sunja, but when he hears she knows Chun Woo-rong, his attitude changes. His daughter is a huge fan and desperately wants to meet the writer. Sunja swallows her pride and goes back to Woo-hai, asking him to meet a fan. To her surprise, he agrees right away. At the meeting, Sunja nearly trips and Woo-hai catches her wrist. The sudden touch makes his heart race. She gives him gloves to protect his hands, while he quietly hands her a bouquet. But when the fan arrives with her father, Woo-hai realizes he's been tricked. Furious, he accuses Sunja of using him to win favor. She tries to explain, but he storms off, convinced she only sees him as a tool. Still, during the meeting itself, Woo-hai softens. He encourages the young fan to keep writing, and his kindness impresses producer Yu. The man rewards Sunja with the opportunity she had been seeking, a chance to help Moten's career. But Woo-hai can't let it go. He asks Sunja if she would have arranged this meeting if the fan wasn't producer Yu's daughter. He wants to know if her sincerity is real or if everything between them is just manipulation. Sunja flashes back to their past, to the boy who once asked her what she dreamed of. She buries her emotions, thanks him politely, and walks away. Woo-hai pretends to move on, but he can't stop thinking about her. He scrolls through photos, unable to delete the one she accidentally appeared in. His friend suggests he get fresh air. Without even removing his apron, Woo-hai rushes to the TV station. When he finds her, she panics at the thought of co-workers seeing them together. She yanks him into a corner, accidentally tearing his sleeve. He doesn't care. In that quiet moment, Woo-hai wraps his arms around her. Their past together runs deep. Woo-hai grew up with an irresponsible father who abandoned him, leaving him to fend for himself. His father even dumped a little girl on him one day, claiming she was his girlfriend's child. Overnight, Woo-hai became her caretaker. To support them both, he juggled multiple jobs, growing up far too fast. Debt collectors haunted him, and resentment toward his father never left his heart. Through this hardship, he met Kim Joo, who would later become his closest friend. Kim Joo's mother eventually married Woo-hai's father, sparking tension. At school, Woo-hai crossed paths with Sunja again. Though he appeared aloof, skipping classes and working nights, she saw the quiet strength within him. They bonded slowly, through shared meals, lollipops, and novels. She discovered his talent as a writer and encouraged him to dream bigger. He, in turn, found comfort in her presence. Their hearts grew closer until she confessed her feelings by the sea. But afraid of dragging her into his painful world, Woo-hai pushed her away. She left in anger, swearing never to acknowledge him again. Now, years later, fate has brought them back together. Old wounds, unspoken regrets, and lingering love swirl between them. Even as Woo-hai carries her drunken form to a taxi, their hearts silently admit the truth. They never truly forgot each other. And so, what began as a chance reunion at a flower shop slowly blooms into something much deeper, something that neither of them could deny.